like, Mark, I think I fucked up here.
And you're like,
And
you
like,
say
let's
some
do it
stuff, and you're
again.
like, in your head, and you're saying, this is going to be phenomenal.
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, oh, no.
Yeah.
We try. All right.
You want to do a hand clap so you know where to come in, or? There's a hand clap.
There's a hand clap, baby.
But anyway, all right.
Oh, they got me there, baby. They got me there too.
Well, g'day, guys. Welcome to Two Dads and a Mic. Just want to say a big special welcome to our guest, AJ from Missionary Madam, or AK MTM.
Thank you, gentlemen, for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you on tonight, my friend.
Feels good to be here.
A little intro about AJ. He's a successful business owner and well known in the social media world, and his content in helping the adult community be better partners and lovers. So
you said it way, you know
Yeah.
what? It's, the way you said it made it sound so much better than what other people say. It was like, this black teacher had to suck dick. Like, it's deeper than that.
He doesn't need help with that.
Nah.
You know what? That's your friendship showing.
That's it, baby.
Like,
That's
He loves
it. Nah, so welcome, man. I know it's been a while. We've been wanting to get you on the podcast, and I know life's crazy and gets in the way and whatnot. I remember it was months ago, and I remember you saying, man, I'm getting hammered with DMs and whatnot, but we made it work. So
I was
thanks, man.
gallivanting around the world. When you guys DM me, I was either in Berlin or Japan. If it was in Berlin, I was at a sex party. If it was in Japan, I was doing a wholesome trip with my brothers.
Wow, that's
literally
awesome.
a week apart.
Oh,
I was actually sitting in Japan, and I'm like to my oldest of the youngest of my brothers, who's 18. I was like, bro, it's crazy because like 7 days, like it was a Saturday, and it was a Wednesday, and the Wednesday before that, I was sitting in a fucking sex party watching a girl get like gangbanged by 10 blokes. And I'm like,
yes.
bro, life happens fast, like, you know.
And this is in Japan, right?
No, this is in Berlin.
Oh, I
so
was
I was
gonna
sitting
say-
in Japan.
I was going to say,
Sitting
after
in
Japan,
Japan, reminiscing about Berlin.
I was going to say, after Japan's into the
there's a
vending
free-
machines and the
Yeah.
knickers in the vending
They've
machine.
got those there.
Got
I
those.
actually tried going to a follower messaged me, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to go have a drink?" I said, "Fuck him." Like my brothers are asleep. It's an adventure. Why not?
Yeah.
Platonic, by the way. And she's like, "Let's go have a drink." And she lived in Japan for like 5 years. She's like, "Oh, there's like a swingers party." She's like, and I'm like, "I'm gonna check it out. Like, I love a fucking adventure because a couple months." Obviously, you guys have seen Spanian, and I've been watching his stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's
100%.
gallivanting around the world. Let me go.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do this, but from like a sex point of view. Well, not where I'm
Hell yeah.
gallivanting, but like
Yeah.
let me go, explore the realms of life in different countries. So I went to Hong Kong originally before I went to all these places for the International Sex Convention for Toys. So sex toy convention. I mean, I saw the wildest shit there, like
Next
everything
level.
from that robots fucking, like it was insane, but it was more like business.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, one of the suppliers was like, "You should go to Berlin." And I'm like, I heard they're freaky there.
Yeah.
Apparently they were having sexpo, but their sexpo is like,
Next level to
fuck. People
what we
having
have here in
sex on
Australia and
stage.
Sydney.
Yeah, ours is
Next
like
level.
fucking the Wiggles
Tame.
compared to them.
yeah.
Like they're having sex on stage and like, fuck, there's cunts getting walked around in leashes and people in cages. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wildfire.
So I messaged my travel agent and I said, if you can get me good flights, I'm going to make it happen. And then he's like, what's the dates? And he's like, mate, you're going to fucking Japan like a week later with your brothers. Don't you forget that? I'm like, make it happen. So I had a day and a half essentially to get back to Australia from Berlin to get on a flight to Japan with my brothers.
Ooh.
Wow.
We made it happen, Mission Impossible, but
So with Berlin and Japan, do you reckon Japan's a bit more advanced because of Japanese make the best of everything? Say their dolls, are they more advanced than what Berlin's are?
yes, the toys and dolls wise, I think they're much more advanced. Berlin energy wise and like the terms of like the sexualness of the country is like totally open.
Yeah.
Like imagine you're walking down the Kingsway now and you see some guy like walking on his knees, walking around with a chick on a leash and a Cronulla Sharks jersey. Like that's what Berlin is essentially. You walk out and like how sort of like imagine the Shire's culture is like all about sports and stuff. Theirs is all about like openness and sex and stuff like this. Like there's a sex shop literally on every block. There's leather harness shops. Like I went into because we went to a sex club called Kit Kat. I did a post before I left, and everyone's like, "When you go to Berlin, you got to go to Kit Kat. It's a massive sex club." I'd never been to a sex club before. I'm a very like quiet. As much as I talk about sex, I'm very not conservative. I'm very private. It's not like it's not my like. I'm not going to go to a sex club for the sake of it. But they're like, when in Rome, when in Berlin, you got to go to Kit Kat. I'm like, and you don't have to when I say I go to these sex clubs, everyone's like, you must have been fucking like crazy. You don't have to partake. You can just literally watch and listen to the music. I remember I said that to someone. I'm like, I just listen to music. But
it's believable.
Yeah. I just got a vodka and lime and just dancing my ass off.
Like beats.
Yeah,
100%.
Just because it was a guy's fucking balls clapping or something, that doesn't mean anything.
That's right.
But we ended up going and getting, we spent like €300-400, about like $600 because you had to have like a particular leather harness outfit.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was insane. And I went with my best friend was in Europe at the time.
Yeah.
And I'd messaged him. I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm in Spain. I said, listen, I'm going to be in Berlin here.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know I'm going for work. It's going to be a fucking wild trip. If you want. He's like, we're going on an adventure. Mate, he freaked the fuck out because I made him wear the harness as well. We got matching harnesses and leather jackets and leather shorts. I'm like, we're like fucking Michael Lowry and Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a harness.
Mike Lowry.
Like this. I'm like, freeze, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it was good. It was good. Like we went to the sex club, and I lost him. I'm like, where the fuck did you go? And I always G him up. I'm like, have you watched White Chicks?
Yeah.
Terry Crews is on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was him. I was like, bro, stop fucking telling people that. Like, he was on the dance floor whistling and doing weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah, the glow sticks. Yeah, the glow sticks going, brother. That's what he had.
It was the wildest, most liberating, most weirdest, craziest, eye-opening experience. Like, I'm sitting there, you know, we had, I had a girl who was a friend with me. Me and her were just sitting down chilling, literally. And then we looked to the left, and there's this lady and 8 guys just having a completely consensual gangbang. And then there's people fucking over here, and there's people fucking over there. Like, they're just fucking everywhere. And you're just like, me who is in that, like, adult industry, I was still taken back by it. I was like, wow, this is like...
There's no holding back.
This is insane, but completely safe. Because I had this big black guy come up to me and he's like, was
his name Barry?
I don't know what the fuck his name was, maybe, but like, he came up to me, and because I had my friend with me, he's like, does she want to join us? And I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, no. Like, he's like, okay, brother, cool, have a good night. I was like, what the fuck? This is like weird, like not weird, but like this is so cool. But
so let me guess, was he big and muscly, but had the squeakiest voice?
I thought Terry Crews was in there. Like, he was jacked, good-looking, handsome guy. I'm like,
imagine that thing pumping your girlfriend.
I was like, this is insane. Like, this was insane. But it was like one of the craziest experiences. And then a week later, I was in Japan doing a wholesome trip with my brothers.
Stop it.
Stop it. Couldn't get further.
I know.
Literally.
Either, from one side to the other. I was chalk and cheese.
I was watching people fuck, and then I was at an aquarium in Osaka like 7 days later. I watched people dress up in kink, and then I dressed up as a samurai 7 days later. But just different type of swords. Beautiful. It was wild.
I love it.
Wow.
I don't know where I deviated, but yeah, that's now we finally got here to do this.
Well, that's right. That's a great intro to the adult industry, M2M. Awesome, man. That is awesome,
Thank you for
buddy.
having me.
Wow.
So did you tell AJ about the little game we played at the beginning?
No, I thought we'd leave it to a surprise for him.
Oh, you forgot it.
Yeah. That's all right. It's nothing. He loves to be put on the spot by the sounds of it.
He broke the ice.
That's
anyway.
right. Exactly.
The last surprise I saw was a fucking gangbang.
Yeah, exactly.
It could get worse.
It's quite tame on 2 days and a mic. Don't worry.
We usually do it to break the ice. So we do 2 truths and a lie.
Hit me.
Let's
Well, I got to tell him?
Yeah, so you give us 3, 2 truths and a lie. And then at the end of the episode, we try and work out which one you're bullshitting.
Oh, fuck.
I know, it's a bit on the spot. I know.
That's all right. We can always come back to it. You can think about it and come back to it later.
Yeah.
Let me
You
think
could
about
say
it.
anything. We would.
I didn't partake in any gangbanging in Berlin. That's one.
Okay. Well, there's number one. There was no gangbang going on in Berlin.
Yeah, but
let me think about it. Let me think about that too.
I'll leave you with that one.
All right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it to the end then. We'll leave it to the end.
So we do a series of questions just to see, how you relate to certain things. It's nothing too trippy. It's like one of the questions I got for you tonight is like, as a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Ooh, you know what? I feel like there was a few different things I wanted to do.
Okay.
I wanted to be a criminal prosecutor, but against pedos.
What age did you think of that?
I think I was like 13.
Oh, okay.
12, 13. I want to be a criminal prosecutor. I always wanted to be a businessman. Like when I was young, I always wanted to like be a businessman. Actually, like I wanted to be the cool uncle that travels around the world, doesn't go to gangbangs, but travels around the world and like it comes back with the cool artifacts and stuff like that. Which is kind of in a weird way sort of crazy.
It's happening now, is it kind of? Yeah, I was going to say,
in a weird way, I've sort of manifested it because I've baptized. I'm Greek Orthodox, and I've baptized my first cousin, who's like my older brother's son.
Yeah.
And I have this rule in my head, and with them is that like every country, he's only 1 year old, so every country that I've been to, I've brought him back an artifact.
Wow.
You know, like it's not an artifact. It's like
I know.
I brought him back a Berlin car, and when I was in Japan, I brought him back because I got when I was in Hong Kong because I got a Disneyland there, I brought him back a Goofy. And then when I was in Japan, I brought him back a Pokemon. Like, so I feel like it's weird, like because I'm sort of creating that fruition.
Yeah.
I also wanted to
subconsciously.
Yeah. I also wanted to join the army.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to be a Marine, a commando.
The Greek one or the Aussie one?
No, Aussie one. And to be honest, that's probably one of my biggest regrets, that I never served.
Okay.
Now that obviously I'm very like conspiracy theorist and shit, I'm like, fuck, why do I want to serve a government that doesn't give a fuck about us? But one of my deepest regrets in life, and if I could do life again, I'd do 3 or 4 years.
Maybe a special kind of forces in the army?
Even just service in military, you know? Even in service in military.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, I relate to that sort of patriotism side of it, you know?
So it wasn't growing up playing with little army men?
No, I did that too. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
When I was like 12, I wanted to build like a bunker in my house. I remember telling my stepdad, like, how do we organize sandbags and shit like that?
And he's like, just use the pillow.
He's like, brother, we live in Oyster Bay. Like, no country Bay. What are you talking about? It's like things were fucking.
Maybe it's just the brothers. Maybe it's just the brothers in arms, because I don't know if it's it was a kind of similar thing for me too. Maybe because like for us, you know, background being Italian, Greek. It's a thing where overseas it's compulsory. You've got to go fight for your country. And I always knew that about my cousins that live overseas. And it was kind of like, I don't know whether it got implanted in your head, like how come it doesn't happen here on our homegrown country. But yeah, I think for people. I think it would be, man. It'd help a lot out with a lot of things.
Well, look at today's society with the young people.
Well, you look at it, you could see it as like a sort of a, I'm going to word this correctly. Like you know, you go look at every sort of ancient civilization, and because I'm fascinated with history as well. So I wanted to. I think that's why it's like I was fascinated with World War I history, World War II history, ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, and like how they would send, like at a certain age, they'd send the boys off to go and become men. You know, whether it be through military service or going on a hunt, or even how the ancient Indians did it and stuff like that. Like I feel like these days there's no sort of, and I've always, even with my content, I try to steer away of like sort of being I'm this masculine blah blah blah. Like I stay away from that shit. Like I just live my life. If you want to use me as an example, that's totally up to you. But I'm not going to sit and preach to people, be this, do that, blah blah. It's your call. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, because it's like a bit of a skill thing. Like, you know, whether it is, you know, how to survive in the wilderness, you know, how to put together a gun or whatever it may be to survive out in the wilderness, whether it's to start a fire, all those things are, they're manly things, but I believe they're good tools, you know, to go a long way for life. And it's kind of similar to, you could kind of say like an apprenticeship, like where kids today, some might not do apprenticeship, some might, but they're things that I believe that set you up for life, whether it is doing an apprenticeship.
It's a passage to manhood.
Yeah, joining the army, joining, you know, whether you're fiery, a police officer, that kind of thing. And I reckon it kind of goes back to like what you're saying, whether it's from the Roman times, the Greek times, all that history stuff. I reckon it's got a bit of a, you know, a combined
I think
there.
Service to others.
Yeah.
Like you guys would feel the fulfillment from doing this podcast. It's like a service to others.
Yeah, helping people.
One of those love languages, bro.
Absolutely. And like, you know, I feel like even with, obviously we'll get into it later on, like even with what I do now and how I give so much advice and how much, like I've obviously made a business out of it. Like my business started because I was sitting in a carrying bar sex shop giving advice to people, you know, people would come in and be like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And because of what I did for work and because it's so taboo and different and like sort of, you're not going to your mate who's an electrician or a plumber, you're going to a guy who works in an adult shop. So automatically it's like sort of, you know, going to someone different with a different, he's seeing different things in the world, you know, and giving that advice, the fulfillment and joy that I get from that, like that's what fuels me up. You know, like
that's awesome, man. It
yeah,
is.
like, this year I've beaten every single financial record and goal and sales record that I set for myself. And the biggest, I actually remember saying to my mum, I'm like, I think I'm broken because I had like this massive financial week, which is a lot bigger than most people ever see, you know, in terms of their own sort of capacity to earn.
Yeah.
And I got more of a kick from spending that money on, you know, organizing flights and stuff for my brothers to go to Japan.
Yep.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and I feel like
something different too, eh? Like just something taken away from what you're doing day in, day out, as much as you love what you do as your career, as your job, and giving people the right advice. But it's also nice to have some downtime for AJ as well, man, because that's important. Let's face it. Like
I get more of a kick. I think me as a person, and I feel like life, you know, you gentlemen, as we're talking off camera, have been through so many life experiences. I feel like once you go through certain life experiences, maybe when you were at point A, you thought that at point C, you're going to feel like this particular way. But really, when you get to point C, you're like, fuck, this isn't what it felt like.
Yeah.
But how I'm feeling is actually far better than what I thought I would feel.
Mm-hmm.
But you might have, like, for example, when I had that massive financial week, you know, me thinking when I was younger, if I'd hit that financial, like, fuck, this is mad.
It's gun, bro.
I'm gonna fuck. I'll walk into, you know, Chanel and buy this and buy that. Like, it did nothing for me. Like, like I've obviously, you know, gone to designer stores and it's bought it, and it does nothing for me.
Yeah.
I get more fulfillment, you know, being able to organize something for my brothers, or, you know.
Yeah.
I got more fulfillment, you know. It was their year 10 form. I took them in a Lamborghini Urus. Like, I get more fulfillment from that than spending money on myself.
Yeah,
you know?
we call it the simple things in life that, you know, as much as all the hype and everything else, but sometimes when you're just grounded within yourself, it just makes things a lot smoother and a lot easier. Like, you know, where you're going, what direction, you know, you want to be heading towards. It does, man. It makes a big difference. I reckon that'd be like on the social media thing for you, it'd be pretty full on, right? Like it kind of like, does it get to a point for you where it's like, I just need a break from this? Like it's too, like sometimes it's too much where I just want to delete everything. I just want to have AJ time.
Yeah, fucking, I can't wait to do that. I'm going to do that. I've always said it. I'm going to get to a point where I've fulfilled everything. I've set everything up perfectly, and I'm deleting all social media.
Yeah.
I remember one of my followers got upset at me. He's like, "Oh, so what? You're just teaching us to leave us?" I'm like, "Well, fuck. What? You're gonna stay in the nest forever? Fuck off! Like, go, like, go. Use what I'm teaching you. That's the whole point. Like, go, fly, get out of the fuck out of the nest. Like,
because at the end of the day, we're all human. Like, and it'd be the same for you. Like, you know, like hobbies. Like, you know, besides working and besides, you know, grinding away, there's obviously, you know, there's something that you're interested in, whether it's footy, soccer. Like, you might love to go for a walk.
I'm not a
down
sports
at Cronulla.
person.
You're not a sports person?
No. All my friends are. It's funny because we'll be sitting at dinner and they'll start fucking, bro, did you see Ace, brother? Shut the fuck up. No one cares about AC Milan. The players don't know you exist. Like, they get so upset at me. They'll be like,
oh, that's Mark, because he's a big soccer fan.
Massive soccer mates like that. It'd be like, you know, they don't even know you exist. I don't give a fuck, bro. That's my club,
my best mates like that. They still play club soccer. I said, pack it up, cunt. Like, you know.
What do you mean? I still play, bro.
Yeah, well, fuck, pack it up too. I tell you and them. Like, I'm like, brother, you know, 10 years ago, you were telling some chick that your meniscus broke and you would have made a pro. Give up.
How do you know my story?
You know.
But I think that's a camaraderie bit.
Say, like, stop fucking telling women the same story, mate.
That story's been as old as me, mate.
I've said it too. I'm like,
he would have made it, bro. He'd done his knees.
But that's
CDFC messaging.
To me, that's the mateship thing. Like, we're the same. We got our own boys chat on Messenger, and you know, some night my phone will be pinging, and these guys are going on about, you know, AC Milan, and I'm looking, I'm going, what the fuck are they on about? But I love it because even though I don't understand it as much as they do, that's, you know, we're all still a group. It makes them happy, and that's so important. Like, it's not someone saying, "Oh, cut that shit out," or just let them go. Let them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a brotherhood thing. It's important.
Like, I was going to go with my good friend went through a breakup, and then he's Portuguese, and his team got into, I don't know, some fucking cup final or whatever, UEFA or some shit. I think they were playing in the finals in Germany.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
Wasn't the Portuguese team?
It was a Portuguese team because it was Ronaldo. He's Portuguese and Ronaldo, and they were playing in the UEFA finals against Germany. And he's like to me, Mind you, this before I went to Berlin, and before even Berlin came to a concept. And maybe that's why I went to Berlin, because I was fucking itching for an adventure. Yeah. He's like to me, question, because I went to I was supposed to go to a soccer game with him in Portugal, and we nearly got stabbed on the way to the stadium.
Wow.
Fucking wild. That's what freaks me out.
You were wearing the wrong jersey?
No, I was in green. They were in the wrong jersey. They were wearing the jerseys, and I think I was in either a green top or a black top, and they were in the wrong jersey. And I just don't understand how, like, you can hate someone that you don't even know. Like, brother, you don't even know him. Like, they wanted to stab him. Like, they wanted to stab him. One of my mates got stabbed. Like, it was the wildest scenario, and I've been in some wild scenarios. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
Next level.
Yeah, I'm like, and they weren't letting him out of the stadium. And I had,
for their own safety.
Yeah, they forgot to get, like, they accidentally didn't get me a ticket. Because I would have gone for the adventure. I'm like, fuck, I don't care. Why is he getting a red card for? Well, he broke his nail. Oh, okay, I thought red means go or something. I don't really care about sports. But I'd go because it makes them happy. Like, if it's an adventure. We're in a foreign country. And so my cousin's cousin got him the tickets. No, sorry, my best mate's cousin got him the tickets, and he thought he meant three for them. They meant 3 plus his ticket, which 4 was for me. But he only got 3. Which I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm like, fuck, I'm in a foreign city. I'll go explore.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in some random pub on my own.
You were
surrounded by all these
you were trying to get out of it.
I'm surrounded by all these random cunts. Anyway, my best mate's messaging me. He's like, where the fuck? Because we had left the car. And we got, like, one of the boys got slapped when we were walking. And he's like, bro, please don't go back to the car on your own. Like, I felt like I was in fucking Blood Diamond walking around the city when everyone's getting shot up and shit. I walk out on the street and some bloke in a different jersey, like, they're just punching on with each other, just getting bashed. I'm like, I'm messaging, I'm like, what's wrong with your fucking stupid country? Like, this isn't normal. Like, what's wrong? So, but, like, for me, and so then he's like to me, he went through his breakup and he's like, would you go to Munich for a couple of days? I'm like, fucking oath, like, let's go on an adventure. I don't care. And then he's like, oh yeah, maybe not. My brother, when did we ever go? We're 30. Let's fucking go. I don't care what the price is. Let's just go on an adventure. I don't care if we get stabbed.
Wow.
Who cares?
That's amazing.
So, like, for their hobbies, like, I would do it. And like, again, my best mates will come to my work stuff, like, because that's their hobbies, you know?
Yeah. That's a good way to be, man.
I forgot to mention to you guys, I rant and I ramble. So if I go off topic, bring me back. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're right, man. We love it. Well, mate, that story about, was it Munich where you just were?
No, I was in Berlin.
Oh, Berlin. No, the one where they were going to stab you. And
that was in Portugal.
Oh, Portugal. Okay.
In a fucking...
That's next level.
A place called Porto. It's not Porto. Every time I say Porto, he gets upset at me. He's like, we weren't in Porto. Stop telling people we're in Porto.
Oh, just when you mentioned the Blood Diamonds, I was thinking of Solomon from Blood Diamonds.
Right,
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I thought, yeah.
You're in a foreign city.
Yeah, plus it's a smoke capper. That's what I was expecting.
What the fuck is it? I feel like Danny Archer in my fucking cargos and in a green top. I'm like, I'm going to have to fucking find a way to get out of this country. That's where I need those life skills.
Yeah.
I should join the army.
That's where you need the Glock, mate, the Beretta.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Every country apart from us fight.
Yeah, it's fucking
for soccer,
crazy,
next level, eh?
Because it's the ultras.
That's what it is. It's their religion. Like they've got the tattoos with the trophies and all that shit.
Yeah, he's got them. Don't worry, he's got them all over his chest. Don't worry about that. He's a diehard fan, baby.
No, but like shit. Call me out now.
They're passionate.
But you know what? Like everyone, and you know. Rather live for something than die for nothing. You know, everyone should have things that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be passionate. And like I always say to them all the time, like it makes me happy that they have their thing. Like the boys will talk about it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh no. And then I always say, oh my God, yeah, go Thierry Henry. He's like, brother, he hasn't played in like 15 years. Shut the fuck up. So, I'll take the piss out of it. But that's also our thing for me to take the piss out of it and stuff like that.
And it's a good atmosphere too.
It's brotherhood. It's, you know what? I've realized. And, you know, even when I came in here and you guys told me you guys have been friends for years, like only now, going back to, you know, talking about life and friendship, only now at 30 or turning 30, I've realized, you know, I've made money, I've lost money, I've made friends, I've lost friends, I've fallen in love, fallen out of love. The most important thing in life I've found is, one, like you always got to be a gentleman and be true and authentic to yourself. And we'll talk about it downstairs. If you fuck up, course correct. You know, no one's perfectly sure. But the quality of your relationships. It's who can you call when life gets rough, that's going to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that, for me, is like an exemplification of a successful life.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have someone that you can call, you must have done something or made them feel a particular type of way for them to offer that safety, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. Because I don't mean to take your thunder. I remember for me at the time, and we'd have to go into it too much, but I never forget the day when Mark reached out to me, and then a few days later, I remember breaking down in tears, thinking, "Fuck!" Like if it wasn't for Mark, I don't know where I'd be. And I'm being genuine and fair income. It was just a mind blowing to think that, my best mate, my cousin, and my brother, and just having those humble people around you to pull you through something, and it goes a long way, man. It does.
It definitely, that like sort of camaraderie and that brotherhood, only like in the last 2 years, like I've had friends with me who I've known for like 15 years, and we've been tested through like life, but not really like tested. Like a couple of years ago, I went completely broke, had no, like just lost it all, crypto, whatever. And then I went through a breakup, and then my best mate went for a breakup, and then I went for a breakup, and then like when we were there for each other, we laugh now at it and we realize like, fuck, man. We always say to each other, imagine we didn't have each other. Like, imagine we didn't have each other to lean on or talk to. I had another friend, we're not as close now, but like he got completely rorted by his business partner. And like, there was days where I had to call him. His wife would call me and be like, can you make sure that he's eaten? Can you call him? And like, to do that for another, sometimes in life we live in such a bubble and we don't realize that people go through this shit every day.
Yeah.
And then only till life actually tests us and be like, oh, wow. Like, people go, and then I start to empathize for the people that don't have someone to call, don't feel comfortable to talk to someone or reach out or like, be like, hey, I've only shown you this much about me, but here's what's really going on under the hood. And like, then to sit there and be like, cool. Like my best friend, the Portuguese one, when I was like in a financial hole, I wasn't in debt, but I had zero.
Yeah.
He's like to me, but I'm gonna give you 30 grand. You like, and I'm not I don't like borrowing. I hate borrowing money. I got a boxing here in Cronulla, and I got a private coach. I've had him for 10 years. He's like another dad to me. And like sometimes I'll forget cash, like $60, and we always have this joke. I'm like, bro, I don't sleep until I see you the next time to give it to you. Yeah. But my best mate offered me 30 grand, and like for me, like without blinking, I didn't ask, I didn't nothing. I just said, fuck, man, I haven't been here. Yeah. And we went through that sort of financial pressure, and I think there's two stresses in a man's life that if he can overcome them, he can overcome anything. It's a heartbreak and financial stress. And you'll find that those two things crumble us. And we would say to each other, fuck, man, if we didn't have each other, and also not only if we didn't have each other, if we weren't going through it sort of simultaneously, because we were both going through it like simultaneously, like if we didn't have each other, we laugh at it now. Like now it's hectic.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
on the other side.
who can fucking stop us now? Like, but it was crazy because that camaraderie, like that brotherhood, gets you through it. Yeah. And like going back to what we were saying, I think earlier at the start, like I think that's why it's important, like people to go to the like army or have like, I never played sports. I didn't have a sports team. Like having those, I was lucky enough where I have friends and I'm a good talker, and I created great friendships that lasted years, and good family and cousins. I think about people that don't have that, and they're like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
like,
that would be tough.
And through the mental health stuff, and like how many, unfortunately, how many people have we lost because they felt like they couldn't reach out to people,
Goes a long way.
Like, say, for example, in my industry, there's a lot of guys that live by themselves, and you'll know who they are because they'll fucking won't stop talking, right? And they'll just chat to you about fucking shit. And you'll be like, brother, this guy must live by himself at home and have no one. So there's kind of like little outlets. That's why it's like in the construction industry, it's all about not are you okay, that sort of stuff, but they'll be like, just have a chat to someone that you might, you know what I mean? And it breaks down that little boundary. So the guy might not talk about rubbish or talk about the cricket or racing or whatever. He might actually say, hey, hey man, I've got this problem, or I don't know how to deal with this. And it kind of opens up those doors and channels, to make you feel a bit more comfortable. So seeing that from a construction side, it's getting better. But I remember 10, 15 years ago, man, you could pick a guy from a mile away that he lived on his own, had nobody, and he had no outlet. So it's good that like coming to mental health is kind of
it's getting there slowly, right? It's getting there.
We're putting more focus on it now. So there's a lot where guys feel like, even mates in construction, they'll come on site, they'll give us a talk, about how many people, don't make it through the year, how many we lose through work and all the rest of it. And it's just having a chat to someone. Just, hey, man, is everything all right? You all good? And he might not say anything on the first day, second day, third day, fourth day. 2 months down the track, he might tell you, man, I'm struggling with this. I've lost my dog. I lost, my mum, or whatever it may be.
It's getting over that. It's getting over that sweet spot, like what you're saying, like, because then eventually you get to the point where, I used to do it to Mark or my cousin or my brother, where you're telling your story every day, even though you're hurting. You might be in tears, you might be running, but the more you tell your story, I believe the quicker you seem to get over things. Like, the worst thing to do is keep something inside and you're all bottled up. And I just find it for me, that's what works for me. Like, I might have bored the shit out of him, but I was telling him the same story every day. And as time went on,
off, bro.
That's right.
But no one's saying
we got there in the end. And Mark can vouch for that.
I think a good cry too.
That's
I remember, like, that's the one thing I've always struggled with, is like a good cry. Like, I tried everything: psychology, kinesiology, psychedelic mushrooms. My brother just hit me, man. Because as men, everyone's like, men don't cry. My brother, I'll cry. Like, there's a phenomenal video of Canelo Alvarez, and his son's crying in the gym. And one of the trainers is like, don't cry. And then Canelo grabs his son. He was like, no, you're allowed to cry. Like, release. It's okay to cry. You just got to push on, but cry and let your emotions come out.
That's right.
I think as men, we sit there and we fester and we think, it's not tough to cry, but I'll fucking cry on the internet. I won't, but like, I'll cry.
Me and Mark always say, we've always been, the males, dominate, bang your hand up against your chest. We're not to be seen. Males aren't meant to be seen to break down and cry. It's always looked upon badly. You know what I mean? But whether that was back in the day, but for us, I think, like what you're saying, a good cry will fucking.
My belief is cry, don't sulk.
Yeah.
You can cry, don't sulk.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that.
Bawl your fucking eyes out while you're moving towards solving your problems, rather than be like, oh, why me? Why me? Why me?
What just happened to me?
Oh my God,
that's the worst.
like that. And like, look, everyone has a moment in life where they're like that. I'm sure I've probably, from memory, I've had moments where I'm like, oh, poor me. And I think, I can't remember if we're on camera or off camera. And I said, like, the minute my life changes, when I really started taking responsibility for everything. Like, the fucking crypto market took $250,000 from me. Fuck. No, bro.
Yeah.
I chose to invest. Okay, cool. If I can get to that, I can do it again. Let me do this. And then you start to fucking, take responsibility and start not blaming yourself, but just letting go of the shame and just working through it and be like, all right, cool. Like, I always use the example. I love, like, obviously, I look at it from a conspiracy side, and it's probably not the best example. I'm like, she's in the Illuminati, but like, I remember I always sort of say to my brothers as well, I'm like, mate, like, go look at Oprah. Oprah was black in North Carolina. I think in North Carolina, I might butcher it, but like, in a racist state, in a country, like extremely racist, anti-black. She was raped by her uncles or sexually assaulted by her uncles, told she couldn't do this, and look what she did. You know, and there's a book that I read when I was younger. I have to reread it. It's by Viktor Frankl. It's called Man's Search for Meaning, and he was
check it out.
Oh, phenomenal! I feel like every man needs to read that book. And he was I'm going to butcher it again. Either a psychologist or something in that sort of field. And he became concentrate. He was at a concentration camp. So he was Jewish and went to a concentration camp. And essentially his teachings are, a man can be stripped of every single one of his dignities except for his ability to put meaning on what he wants to put meaning. So like he looked at, he looked at him being put in like if we think about it, the most atrocious conditions of being in a concentration camp. And then he put particular meanings behind it so that he didn't take away his dignity.
Wow.
And that allowed him to prosper through it. So I think, by like realizing that we're going to go through things as men in life, and it's how we look at it and what meanings we put behind it, and realize that there are people that are willing to listen, whether we know them or not. It's okay to cry. It's just not okay to sook. Like stop being a fucking victim. That's the problem. Is everyone's a victim. Everyone's mentality. Like, poor me. This didn't work out. Like, I remember I lost my my TikTok account at 500,000 followers.
Wow.
To people who don't have social media, they're like, that's fucking massive. That's, I've seen people lose it and they think it's like a life ending. I sooked for about 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, fuck this, fuck that, fuck that. I'm like, all right, cool, let me create another one. That took me 3.5 years to get there. I ended up getting my next one, which then got deleted as well. I got that to 500,000 in a year. And what that taught me.
What is deleted?
Oh, the first one was because like I wasn't using particular way. I was saying cock, dick, this and that. Because now I say Willy Bear. I was a bit naughty. And the second one got deleted.
Using the wrong
Doodle.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Good, trust me.
But really, at the end of the day, what did that teach you? Like,
it taught me that.
You know
what? It taught me that. And it was a very valuable lesson to me. It taught me that a lot of the things in my life are not luck. It's just hard work. So once you go, because I feel like a lot of people, they do something and then they think it's a fluke, or like their self-sabotage says to them it's a fluke. Oh, I fluked this.
Yeah, or you've been owed that, like someone. I've given it. I deserve it. Like
majority of the time it's a fluke.
Yeah.
And what it taught me was, no, it's not a fluke. It was conscious effort. And once I applied that sort of ideology to everything else started working for me. I started getting all these business deals. I started, having the same amount of followers that I did before, but made more money. Because I started putting this ideology that like, no, it's not a fluke. It's hard work. It's conscious thought. It's conscious decision making. And then I started to sort of apply that ideology to everything in my life. And I feel like a lot of guys too, if we stop sort of, numbing ourselves when things go wrong in our life through weed, drugs, alcohol, sex, video games. And don't get me wrong, I think video games play a particular good role sometimes.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times we numb ourselves with this shit because we don't want to face our emotions. We don't want to feel.
You escape reality.
We want to escape reality. But the thing is that you're not escaping. You're just postponing. The minute you just sit your foot down, you're like, fuck, I'm going to walk through the storm. You never get destroyed by the storm. You always get built by it. And then you come out of it and you're like, wow, I'm in a far better position than when I was when everything was taken away from me. Because you actually decide to sit with your emotions. I feel like as men, we don't sit with our emotions. And I'll be honest, like, I remember I went through, I don't really talk about my relationships, but I went through a breakup. I'm not going to say when, but I went through a breakup and I decided instead of try and move on or something like that, I'm just going to sit with it. I stayed celibate for a couple months and just sat with it. And I remember saying to my psychologist, like, I'd rather fucking party. I'd rather drink. I'd rather go talk to girls. Like, this is hard. And it was like, nah, this is where it's at. Like, my psychologist is like, another thing as well, like I feel like every man needs to invest in a psychologist.
Yeah, bro.
It is
important. It is.
You mentioned to me, you went like it is the best money I have ever spent in my life. Like Dave is like a private psychologist. I don't want to shout him out too much, but Dave changed. Like I message him all the time. Like I'm also one of those people that I don't mind expressing my emotions. Like I'll message my mates and like, brother, I love you. Like I'll die for you. Whatever. I also live for you. Like I feel like it's very important. Like it's very good to show the affection. Like I'll message my, I'm like, I love you. Eh? Like you're the best. Like, whatever you need, you let me know. I know you don't need anything because you're a capable man, but like whatever you need, I'll let you know.
It's good you're sharing that.
Yeah, and I think like that changed me as well. Getting a proper psychologist. That will change every guy. But because he taught me is like where you are, even though you feel like you're in hell, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You have to sit with it. And,
you are where you are because you're meant to be.
Exactly. I'm not really a religious person as well. Like I am religious. I'm very spiritual, but in terms of like organized religion. But it does say in the Bible as well, like you can't numb out. You have to sit with your pain because that's where all the answers lie.
Sometimes the pain does make you stronger, man. I believe.
I feel like every time, if you make the decision, you make the decision that it's going to make you fucking stronger, it's going to make you stronger.
Yeah, you're going to win, man. 100%.
The problem is we just sit and we think we just numb ourselves out, and is you, bro. It just makes it worse. It just prolongs it. You sit there and you're like,
it's time to get up. It's time to get up off your ass. It's time to get moving and
training too. He got me back into training. Got me back. I've always boxed, but he got me back into like physical, like moving weights and shit. And I feel like every time I move weights and I train and I'm active and I go walk and I go sit in the sun, like that changes you too.
It does. Even the grounding.
I tried that, but I'm like, I'll be fucking sitting and someone drives past. I'm like, oh fuck, I think I'm a hippie.
No, but
put the shoes back on.
I used to say to him, I said, go put your feet in the sand, just wiggle them in the fucking sand, stare at the ocean. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, just trust me. Just do it, bro. Think about nothingness, just nothing at all. Just stare at the ocean. And he's just like, right. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel so calm. I feel peace. I go, yeah. But it's as simple as that, man.
And getting out in the sun, I reckon, too. Like the sun. We don't realise how much the sun heals us.
Well, we've been lied to as long as we can remember.
The
sun's bad for you. The sun this, the sun that, the sun this.
Make sure you
never had a bad day in Europe or at Cronulla.
Make sure you eat cornflakes for breakfast because they're the most important meal of the day.
Look, I actually
bullshit.
Cornflakes are pretty good. Like I
like them at night.
I'm gonna have to agree with him on that one.
What, for breakfast? You don't have eggs for breakfast?
Yeah, I do. No, I'm saying now.
I love Frosties and cornflakes for night, like as a bit of a
neutral grain as popcorn. Thank me later.
Oh, really? Okay, because I love popcorn.
Like popcorn.
Your son loves neutral grain.
No milk. Like I have it like popcorn.
What about Frosties? Fruit Loops?
Yeah, well, I know. I'm an adult now, so I might not to, but sometimes I got to help the inner child.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you a next question. Since that one went like, we're talking about army, going this way, up that way, came back.
I told you, I'm fucking erratic. I got ADHD.
Well, this one should be straightforward.
So you guys were like, oh, you don't do long content? I'm like, now you see why. It's going to be 3 minutes.
Into three, like.
That's all right, baby.
3 parts.
It's going to be longer than the Diddy series.
Is that microphone close enough to your mouth?
Well,
you know how I get when the microphone's not close. Control freak.
Someone watched the Diddy documentary.
Yeah. It was a good video. It was a good. I know we're going off topic just quickly. That was fucking next level.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I watched it last night. Watch it. It's next level. But
calm down. I've got a few things to watch, mate.
Okay.
Just limited with the time.
He's still on Tulsa King, but anyway, don't worry about it.
Oh, what a show. Have you done Landman?
Yeah.
Oh,
baby.
I love his wife, bro. She's like a cracker.
I love the lawyer. She's my baby. That's my wife.
Did you see what she did last night? I watched it.
No, you know what? I was doing my meal prep.
Whoa.
Okay, I was doing my meal prep, and like I couldn't watch it properly, but I saw somewhere. I was like, "You fucking little." I can't say it because I'm gonna ruin it. I know. Devastated, but that's my baby.
Yeah. That's the lawyer one.
Yeah. You see, let's just say AJ knows you're going to see a different side of her. You're going to think, not bad.
That's my wife, man. Like that's like, that's how I would want a woman to protect my kids, like the school principal.
You got to watch the Mayor of Kingstown. That is
watch that too.
That is awesome. I love it, man.
That's
Jazzy, we told you to watch it, buddy. Come on, bud.
He's getting there. He's got to finish his
cameraman's getting there.
What's your weird one?
I don't know. You're watching some weird series?
It's an old one called Startup.
See? Weird.
It's from 2016.
He's still watching Knight Rider. Don't worry about it.
That's good. I love it. All right. Back to the question. If you were Prime Minister for 24 hours, is there anything you would change?
Fuck. Yeah, my fucking taxes.
I love it. Another one. I love it. Yeah.
I would order. I don't mind paying taxes. Let's make something very, very clear.
I love it already.
Just in case the ATO is watching.
Don't worry, they don't watch.
I don't. You'll be surprised. That one clerk has the podcast on, and you're like, "Fuck,
I love it." Yeah, she'll be like, "I love AJ, and I love the shit he gets up to, but he's got a 50-60 grand fine."
Let me look into his APN. I don't mind paying taxes. But I don't like putting money into things where, like, I won't donate to charities unless, like, I pay for the invoice. Like, I don't mind as long as I know where the resources are going.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my hard work into something where I don't know like profit. Like, they're sitting here putting fucking $600,000 into fucking machete bins.
Oh,
the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Or like the other ones where they sent some chick for the travel conference to go and just look at the hotels to book for the person who's going to the hotel. What the fuck do you think we all do on bookings.com? What do you think we all do on bookings.com? So I must be a dumb cunt.
Yeah.
I got to travel there first, look at the hotels, then come back and then book the hotel. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just a fucking raw. And it's not like I said, I don't mind paying taxes as long as it's going into fucking things that I believe. So I would do a complete audit of that. And then repurpose it into places where it fucking needs to go. Because Australia, like I've traveled the world, and Australia is a stunning city. And, you know, a lot of people will sit and complain and be like, I can't live in Australia, blah, 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 live here, there. Out of all the countries I've been to in the world, I feel the safest in Australia. Like, hands down. And, you know, I've grown up in the Shire. If you work in Caringbah for as long as I have and late at night, you've seen some fucking things.
We've seen it on Saturday.
And I still feel safe, you know? My best mate still remembers I used to call him when I was 18 years old because fucking 10 years, 12 years ago, Caringbah was a lot rougher. It's rough now, but it was rougher. I used to call him after my shift every time. I'm like, bro, he's like, you walk into your car at night, aren't you? And Caringbah, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just calling to check in on you. Like, he's like, bro, it's 10:03. I know you should close the shop at 10. You're calling me to fight. I'm like, man, I'm not, bro, I can handle it. No, I'm all right.
As AJ's got the knuckle busters, but he's got a vibrator in one hand and a dildo in the other.
18-inch black cock ready to swing on a motherfucker.
He's got big black Barry.
You know, big black Barry's going to fucking lay the law down. But I think that, you know, Australia has so much potential to be a phenomenal country again. And I think, to be quite honest with you, and again, I'm no political expert, I'm no this, I'm no that. I'm sure there's just going to be some fat loser who lives in his mum's basement that's going to comment and be like, shut up, idiot. You live in your mum's basement. I think that, to be quite honest with you, our politicians, one, are in it for themselves, and two, focus so much on pleasing what other countries do. What do they do? We've never had, like, I think I wasn't old enough to sort of understand it. I'll be honest with you, I know everyone says that you should understand politics and you should believe it. I don't think that I can only affect change in people's lives from the capacity that I'm able to. Through mindset, personal development, their sex lives, their relationships with themselves. There's no point in me talking about fucking politics and stuff like that until it starts to affect, like, sort of the ideology of children and stuff like that. Like, obviously, you know, the pushing of gender studies in schools at an early age and stuff like that. Again, I have nothing against the LGBTQIA plus community, but, you know, there's certain things that don't belong in schools. There's certain concepts that don't belong in schools. There's certain concepts I don't agree with. And although I do have a platform, I do have a backbone, and I do believe I'll say what I fucking want. And I've nearly been cancelled a couple of times for doing it. Like, but yeah, immediately I'd fucking sit there and put into place, you know, full transparency of where taxpayer money goes, like a proper audit. And also, like, if you're going to be a public servant, why are you getting so much money? Like, $200,000 to go on a fucking trip to wherever the fuck they went to for a conference for three of them. I fucking partied around the world. I spent less, and I was, you know, buying fucking bottles and shit like that. What the fuck are you doing? You know, you're a public servant.
They use the big calculator, right?
Yeah.
Abacus.
You know, fucking for $3,000 there, $3,000 there. Like, I just that's what I would do.
It's interesting.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. Straight to the
natural resources.
Yeah,
because we've got so much that we fucking just. We could basically, our natural resources could basically be our tax to run our country. We could be one of the richest countries in the world.
Oh, absolutely. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're smart as Aussies.
We get dicked constantly, and there's taxes for everything.
Oh, that's another thing.
We get taxed on fucking everything. So it feels like we're basically getting robbed. That's why people go fucking.
But here's the thing: we get taxed on everything, but where is it?
Yeah,
that's what cracks me. Yeah. It's like, where is it? What does it? What are we? Like, I think we just pledged another 95 million to Ukraine. What for?
Yeah.
What for? Like, that 95 million can go to our nurses, That 95 million can go to our healthcare systems.
Absolutely.
That 95 million can go to I'd rather
Mental health.
the mental health. I'd rather that 95 million go to the fucking the 20 to 40 year old, 50-year-old nurses who are fucking overrun and get fuck all money.
Yeah, the
I'm
police,
my
the
taxes,
police, the ambos,
my
the
tax
whole
bills
lot.
get contributing to that fucking thing. I'd rather give it to them.
Yeah.
Ambos, coppers,
Now look at the shit they got to put up with.
you know.
Yeah, because I think they used to on our personal tax return. They used to give us a breakdown of where your tax.
Yeah, where it went to.
And it always went to fucking like
Even that's not
households
fucking-
on the top there.
Yeah, I was fucking like again. I'll get fucking cancelled for that, but
Yeah.
there's some that like I see some houses in fucking Caringbah. I'm like, this cunt's got brand new TNs on. I'll pay for them. And not only that, he's being a rude cunt to the old lady next to him. Fuck that cunt. I'll take that cunt's money and I'll reinvest it for the old lady. You know, I feel like
Or he's driving a Cellink in a WRX, or
you know, he's got he's wearing a Gucci hat. Like, come on, brother.
Yeah.
Come on. Like stuff like that cracks me. And like obviously us, you know, sitting there pledging fucking involvement in this and that. And we just got the wrong alliances. We got like
a good
Australia
breakdown.
could be a fucking sovereign country. We could literally be like a Switzerland, not get involved.
Could be our new prime minister, right?
No,
Well, we're always sending aid to fucking countries.
Who don't give
Where
a
it's
fuck
not
about
needed.
us?
That's right.
Yeah.
Who don't care? Who don't even know? If I went to their country and I said to them, point Australia on the map, they're like, what's Australia? No one knows.
Is that Austria?
Yeah, like no, literally, like they don't know. And we're sitting here and giving money to them, and like I don't get that. I don't understand that. My issue is that like there's no transparency. That and I find out what the fuck's behind Antarctica.